online and on your smart speaker. From your first home to your dream home, experience the difference with CJ Homes.
Hit News Briefing.
Hi there, Isabelle Everett with your news briefing. Australia will be sending guns, ammunition and armed vehicles to Ukraine as part of its further support. The PM says the Bushmasters will be flown over following a plea from the Ukrainian president to Parliament last night. The Solomon Islands has put pen to paper on a security deal with China, ignoring lobbying from Australia and New Zealand. Canberra has maintained it wasn't blindsided by the draft agreement allowing Chinese Navy ships and defence to be based there, but Foreign Affairs Minister Marise Payne has told Parliament she only became aware when it emerged on social media.
In relation to this framework agreement, when it became public on the 24th of March, we have engaged very closely with the government, but not in relation to this agreement.
Air safety experts will be on the ground for the next 3 days investigating the cause of that deadly helicopter crash in Victoria. 5 people were killed, including a 73-year-old man from Victoria who was on his last business trip before retiring. The chopper was flown by a 32-year-old man who was a former Westpac helicopter pilot, with reports 2 men from New South Wales were also on board. And Labor wants to invest $2.5 billion to fix the aged care sector. The cash would go towards round-the-clock registered nurses, better food and pay for staff. PM Scott Morrison says he'd also back bumping up wages, but fixing the sector isn't that simple.
Aged care is a very complex and challenging area of policy. Even the leader of the Labor Party, Anthony Albanese, said nurses are hard to find. It hasn't got any easier. They're not just going to turn up.
The Hyundai Staria Load is the van that is big on safety and big on tech. Available from $47,990 drive away for ABN holders. Take a tech drive today.
A big win for Melbourne Storm, with 3 key players extending their contracts with the club. Jerome Hughes and Xavier Coates will both stay on in Melbourne until the end of 2026, while Harry Grant has inked a deal to the end of the 2025 season. Meantime, a grand final rematch tonight with the Panthers taking on Souths. Penrith welcome back star halfback Nathan Cleary, while in the earlier game, Cronulla take on Newcastle with Taylor Connor back for the Partly cloudy and 30 degrees for the rest of the day in Rockhampton. Tomorrow, similar conditions and 30. Partly and 29 for the rest of the day in Gladstone. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 29. And our listener app is your new home of local news. Download the app now to listen live or on demand.